One time I was speaking in Colorado Springs and the plane got there late. I walk into this room and I really don't know where I'm supposed to sit, but I find an empty space and I sit next to a man and it's kind of semi-dark. And this guy looks at me and he says, "Are you Randy? Did you write the Heaven book?" And I said, "Yeah, I did." And he says, "Well, let me tell you a story." He says, 3 months ago, my wife was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And she had one request of me, and that is that I would go out and buy a copy of your book. She'd heard about it. And that we would then read one chapter each day. I would read it aloud to her. And he says, we read one chapter a day, and we laughed together, we cried together, we learned together, we prayed together. He says, and it was just a joy. He says, and then he looks at me, he says, now you have 44 chapters in your book. And I'm thinking, why is he saying this? And then he says, and then you have 2 appendices. Okay, so we're going to read our way all the way through one chapter a day. Well, we get to the second appendix, we read it together, and we laugh, we pray together, and she dies. And I went, whoa. And I'm supposed to get up and speak real soon, and I'm weeping, he's weeping, and I'm thinking, God, how gracious of you, number one, to have worked in this man's life, and number two, to have had me come into this dark room, sit in a place where I never would have sat otherwise if the plane had gotten me there on time, so that I could hear this man's story. And one of the things that I look forward to in eternity, we're all of us who love Jesus, all of us who have followed him, we're going to have the joy of having people tell us stories of how our lives impacted them.